What's up, people? It's your boy again, the Black Cobra. Once again, I'm back with your gadgets, your games, and your gear. So today, I'm talking about my favorite, which I think is the best on-the-go traveling video editor there is out right now. I'm talking about LumaFusion. Today I'm gonna go over it a little bit, give you an idea why I think it's so great and why you might enjoy it. We're gonna jump right into it. Let's go. So first and foremost, let me talk about the differences. Now, there are tons of editors out there for video, and some of them are subscription based, and some of them are like LumaFusion, which are one-time pay, and then once you pay for it, then it's yours to keep. I like that better personally. Some people like, other things better. They like other apps that they're used to, but that's just me. I'm new to this. Now, let me just put out a disclaimer here real quick. I'm no professional. I'm just a guy who likes gadgets, games, and gear. So you don't have to take my opinion for it. I'm just giving you what I think, because to me it was shocking how easy it was to edit a video no matter where I was and do it on my iPad. I have a MacBook Pro 13-inch, so it's portable, it's small, I can take it around, but there was something just different about being able to do all the same things, or most of the same things, on my iPad. This software allows you to do so many things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into it a little. I'm not going to go through all the details because I really don't know everything about this app. I'm really new to it myself. I just know that the last two videos I edited on this app. Now, I made some mistakes. There's some things that I figured out later. I was like, oh, I probably should have did that. Oh, I probably should have did this. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown, a quick overview, and see if it's something you're interested in and something that maybe you want to give a try. So we're going to talk about all the little things that it does. First of all, let me tell you, I started in iMovie. That's what I used to upload in. Then I went to Final Cut Pro, which is still, that's still to me the best editor there is. I mean, I know there's another school of thought, and I don't want to marginalize anybody who's better at it than me, and I'm not trying to, not trying to say I know everything, just telling you what little tiny bit I learned and little tiny bit that I like. So I'm just giving you my opinion, so please accept it as that. Don't think I'm trying to tell you what's better and what's not. I'm just telling you what I think. So again, Final Cut Pro, excellent software, and I still love using it, but I'm just into this LumaFusion right now, getting excited about the fact that I can do so much on the go. It's like so powerful. And at the time of making this, it was still like $19.99, I think, in the App Store. So for a $20 purchase, you owned it, you keep it, it's yours. And that's what I love about it. That's one of the things I love about it. So I'm just going to give you a few of the highlights. I'm just going to talk about them real quick. Then I'll go into some screenshots and show you some screen recording, rather, of me doing some things in LumaFusion. But you can create videos in different frame rates. Being able to switch from 24 frames per second to 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second is great. You can make adjustments to your audio and your video tracks individually. And what I love is that it gives you 3 tracks of audio, 3 tracks of video, and you can work those back and forth. Those of you who do editing know what that means. You can set in and out points on your clips prior to importing, meaning you can scroll, you can shrink it and increase the size of it, shrink it however you want to do it, and crop it and cut it before you even drop it into your timeline. And that's the way you do things, but this is on a mobile device. Now, I may not have mentioned, and maybe you're not aware, that this is not just on my iPad. This you can do on your iPhone. On my iPhone 10, I'm editing video. I'm like, wow, and not just editing it like in the native iPhone, video app where you can, trim it a little. This is all these features right in your palm of your hand. Then you can split the clips in any different way you want. You can double tap with your 2 fingers and it splits the clip automatically. There's keyboard shortcuts if you have the smart keyboard that allows you to snip and clip and things like that, like automatically. You can use ripple and slip edits, which I didn't even know what those were. You can do frame, fit, and editing. You can use the Apple Pencil, and it's like a mouse. It's like having a precise precision mouse, and it works excellently. You can set keyframes. You can set keyframes and do complex edits in this mobile software. You can copy and paste attributes from one frame to another, which I just learned about, but it's excellent because if you did one frame and you got the perfect color, you got the perfect cropping, you got the perfect LUTs that you put on it, everything is exactly as you like it, and you want the rest of your video to look like that, you just hit the copy all the attributes from that clip, and then you just touch the other clip and paste all the attributes, and then instantly the rest of the clips you can just change them to how you want to be, and you don't have to do each individual one. That's a huge time saver. You can so copying and pasting from frame to frame is like excellent. And like I said, the keyboard shortcuts, these are just a few things that I jotted down real quick that I wanted to make sure I touch on. Now I'll go into a little bit and see if you liked what I'm talking about. See if you can see just how good this app is. So bear with me, let's jump in. Let's see what's on the screen. Okay, so if we go into the LumaFusion app here, so here we have the main screen. You can see how it's separated in different sections and segments, and we'll get into that in a minute. But first, let me just name the new video and start a new project. When you start a new project, it clears everything out. Then you can open your media over here. And I have some of the media already put into a folder. I was able to open up from my photos, a folder I already have in my photos. And then now I sped up the footage here, obviously, so it doesn't take so long to go through this. But I dragged that footage down into the timeline down below here. Then I just dragged the transition in and dragged in my opening. Now, I have that opening from before, so I just dragged that frame right in there and then did the transition to it. Now, to do the titles, it's very easy. I tapped and did a title overlay, then changed the letters. You can change it to whatever you want. Not only does it have a ton of fonts in here, but there's a way to add other fonts. I've added about 10 fonts myself. I think I like that one, so I'm going to use it. And then there's ways to do some different animations with the letters. So I'm going to throw one in here just so you can see. It's not hard to do. And I'm doing the steps showing the differences, but I'm using keyframes in order to put this together. The keyframes allow me to start in one place, have it looking one way, and then you add keyframes where you want along the way, or you can add a keyframe at the beginning and then a keyframe at where you want it to end at, and it'll do that animation throughout from the first key to the last key. Now here I'm using story blocks, which is one of the things inside the app. And if you can, I'm using a free song that I saw on Storyblocks because I am going to get a subscription because I think Storyblocks is one of the things that is going to help my flow. But you don't have to. The two previous videos I did prior to this, all I did was I made music myself using Beatmaker 3 and threw that in there. So you can do that if you have a little bit of talent, because I don't have a whole bunch, just a tiny bit, just enough to follow directions and tap my feet accordingly, I guess. I have a little rhythm, so I was able to make a little beat and then duplicate it and put it throughout the video. But for the purposes of this, I just took a song, took it from Storyblocks, one of the free songs, dropped it in the timeline, and you can see that it went right along with everything. And you can hear in the video, it's a pretty decent song. And you can do that with a whole bunch of things, music, background, video. If you want something behind your lettering, you can do backgrounds. They have that. They have video excerpts. They have all kinds of things. So if you're interested, check out Storyblocks. I probably would have done another video on that, but it's just one of the options in here.
All right, now back to what we're doing here. If you look at, you can see here, you're able to add some of the stock photos they have, or you can add your own. Now, to add the LumaFusion image that they actually have in the software, I added it here, and then I resized it, put it where I want. Then I was able to go back in and add some text by using a overlay, a title overlay, and then I can add the text that I want, put it where I want, make it look the way I want, change the font. Again, you can see all the different fonts that I have there. Pick one, and then it's just that easy. And like I said, just as I am doing this on my iPad, I can do the same exact thing on my iPhone. Obviously the screen's smaller, but you can turn the phone sideways and it'll look just like it looks here for the most part, and you'll be able to get by it.
Alright, there you have it, LumaFusion. I hope you like it. And yes, again, it's on the App Store. You can grab it quickly and easily. And again, I think it's the best on-the-go mobile video editor that there is out there. And with the newest update that they came out with, I think it's 1.7, a lot of the features that people were asking for out of the previous version, they now have in the new version. So if you were a LumaFusion user before and there were some things that you wanted it to do, I would get back into it and check it out, because they did a lot of updates to it, or a big update to it, and it has some features that were missing. So I hope you like it. I hope you love it. I hope you'll check it out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me again in another video. This is your boy ThaBlackCobra, once again with your gadgets, your games, and your gear. Till next time, stay positive, because positivity spreads. I'm out.